Whenever we have a quantity change, then we're obviously going to always have demand changes as well. So instead of just the quantity of money demanded changing, we can also then shift the money demand. There are three things that cause a shift in the money demand. The first two are relatively easy, which is the price level and real GDP. These are pretty simple in the sense that we already alluded to it in the last video. If prices rise, we need to hold on to more money because we have to pay for the more expensive groceries. We have to pay for the more expensive gas. These things require more money, so we're going to need to hold money and keep it with us. And so it's very simple. When the price level rises, so does the demand for money. We're going to have a shift of the curve to the right. Obviously, the opposite, we have a shift of the curve to the left. Okay. Real GDP follows along the same idea as the demand for money increases as real GDP increases. The reason is that expenditures and incomes increase when real GDP increases. So as real GDP is increasing, right, we're in an expansion. We all have more money. Things are going better. So we naturally then, when we get back to the consumption or savings question, we're going to have more money to spend. Households and firms must hold larger average inventories of money to make the increased expenditures and income payments. So again, it works much the same as a price level change. So when real GDP increases, we're going to have demand for money increase. We're going to hold on to more money to be able to buy the things we need. Shift to the right of the demand curve. Obviously, if it decreases, we shift to the left. The financial technology is more complicated, and we won't see these questions too often because of the complication. The idea is that as we increase our technological abilities and create ways of banking that don't require us to keep money out of the bank, for instance, credit cards help us just to buy things quickly, and then we make the payments. The access to debit cards has changed the way things work. And so the increase in technology on those kinds of fronts decrease the demand for money. So the increase in financial technology can decrease the demand for money, but it doesn't always just go that way. There are instances where we can have an increase in technology and it just doesn't change the way we hold money. And so again, you won't really see these questions too much unless they're super obviously pointed out in this direction. So the increase in financial technology, i.e. the invention of debit cards, the creation of credit cards, these things will decrease our demand for money because we have the ability to hand a card to somebody and then the money gets transferred without us holding on to it.